Hey everybody, I am live here on Facebook giving you the Consignor 101 class tonight. If you could give me a thumbs up, everybody, as you log on to let me know that you're joining me tonight on this cold and wintry night. It's Kristi here, live, owner of Bella Kids, to share with you what is the best resale option for families here in Western New York, in person, safe, unload a ton of stuff and make a lot of money while you're doing it. It is the best side hustle option you got going for baby and kids clutter. So I'm going to be going over everything with you tonight. I'm going to let everybody join us before I get started. If you could give me a thumbs up to let me know that we are live. I'm going to take a look here and make sure everything's going. I got two computers here just to be sure that we are good to go. Good evening, everybody. I don't know about you, but we are in the midst of cold and flu and COVID season in our household. So I am just getting over a really bad illness and it was not fun. I have to tell you, like, holy cow, I was out solid for a week where I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't even want to, it was too much trouble to even text. So if you got that going on in your house, holy cow, my thoughts are with you because I struggled here. Luckily, it didn't spread through the entire house. I kept to myself and didn't spread it around, but woo, I am glad to be like on the mend. So now I am ready to share with you. I apologize, I had to cancel this last week, but I was unavailable. So I'm feeling better and getting back into my routine, and I am so excited to share with you why consigning with Bella Kids is the best option for your family. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment as we go along to see if I can answer them. If they pop up on my screen, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Or you guys, you can just comment and I'll get to them after our presentation tonight. So first of all, welcome everybody. And 2023 was epic. Our sales, spring, August, and winter were gangbusters. Hundreds and hundreds of families consigned with us. Actually, couple thousand families between the three sales consigned with us. Thousands of shoppers got bargains for all the seasons and went home and spent a fraction of the retail price. So consigning with us at our community events, it's a win-win because you're recycling, you are making extra money on what you are selling, and getting a fraction, getting some money back on your investment on those. And then you are benefiting all those other families that are shopping with us that are looking for those bargains. So think of it as you're blessing another family with what they need at an affordable price. So it is a win-win for our community at Bella Kids by participating. So how exactly does consigning work and why is it so popular? Well, they're for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to go over all of that. But just for those of you who haven't heard, our spring summer sale will be taking place April 12th through the 14th. So mark your calendars for that. We have an event page here on Facebook as well, so you can click going, and then it will send you automatic updates for that. Our consignor slots are 75% full already. We always sell out, you guys. We only can take so much stuff, no matter what space it is. Even if we land that giant TJ Maxx again, and we don't know if we're going to land it yet. Our location has not been announced. I am still in negotiations for our lease, but we're still a little early to secure any location. So based on that location, we can only accept so many families with so many items. So we always sell out of our slots. So if you are considering registering, I recommend signing up as soon as possible because we always sell out of our regular consignor slots and our restocker slots that open up as we get closer to the sale. So they are 75% full. So if you're thinking about it, get signed up. So if you're wondering how it works with Bella Kids, we have 3 consignor options that you choose from, and it's based on your what your plan is and what's most important, your goal to get rid of your stuff. Because for some families, you got 2 working parents and there's not enough time to do the DIY option. So you can start with one of our concierge. We also recommend it for our brand new first time sellers. It's a great way to get your feet wet on the consignor process. By using our tagging service. And so there's 2 options. There's the full option where you literally gather your clean accepted items and you organize them and you drop them off to our tagger. And she goes in and enters them and prices them and attaches them, hangs it up for you, does everything. You get a base of 25% of that, of what you sell, and you do very little work. And so a lot of busy working families elect to use this option, or a lot of new sellers elect to use this option. So you can learn about our process, and you get that free VIP pass for doing this too. And so the minimum number of items to sell with us is 25 items. So if you're thinking about consigning and you want to try it, that is the best way to try us out, because you still get a big check back, right? You get 25% of your profits, and it's not a huge obligation. You're not signing up for hours and hours of work. You're literally signing up to gather a minimum of 25 of your things. You can go all the way up to 100 items, and you drop it off. It's a beautiful system. And then you still get the free VIP pass. So that's our basic option, where you do the least amount of work and we take on the majority of the work. The middle of the road option is our express concierge. And that one, you guys, is a really nice one as well, especially for a beginner, but for a busy working family. And you are going to be doing the prep work, but none of the computer work. So you're going to gather your accepted items, you're going to hang your toys, you're going to hang your clothing and prep your toys, but then you're going to drop those off to our tagger, and she goes in and she enters them in your consignor account, and then she goes ahead and prints your tags, attaches them, and takes them to the store for you. So it's kind of like a middle of the road. You can test us out. You can do, again, that minimum of 25 items all the way up to 100 items, but it's a great way to get rid of stuff, try us out, and still make a really nice check back in the end. And then finally, our DIY, our most popular option, is the most profitable option. So if your goal is to make the most money, DIY is the way to go, because your base is 60% profits, and you can max that out to 70% profits. Where can you get 70% of your profits in a consignment option? There is no way, you guys. And on top of it, you can sell up to 250 items. Now, that doesn't mean you have to sell 250 items, and I don't want to freak you out with, holy cow, that's a lot of work. You can do a minimum of 25, but you're still going to get 60 to 70% of those profits back. That adds up to one big check in the end. And that's why so many families consign with us, because there's no more DMs and selling items one by one on marketplace groups. You're going to bring us a carload, and if you price it right using our pricing strategy, we bring in thousands of shoppers and it sells out. If you price it right, you make it look good, it is going to sell within our 4-day sale. And so that's why our resale option is, we say, the best and the most profitable, not only the most popular option for Western New Yorkers. So those are our 3 options that you can choose from: full, express, or DIY, based on your family's needs and your goals, or where you are as a seller. If you're just starting out and you don't want to feel overwhelmed, you might want to consider one of those concierge options. And some of our veteran sellers, you're all into DIY. You've learned your tips and tricks to make it fast and easy for you, and you want to make the most money. So those are the ones to choose from, but everybody starts at the same way. You go to our website at 716kids.com and you click sign me up to sell. And it's just going to be a normal registration page where you enter in a username, you enter in a password, you give us your address, your phone number, and you create an account. It's a $10 registration fee, and that secures your consignor spot with us. Because we're so popular and we always sell out, it's required to make that $10 deposit to secure your spot, because that is how our software works. It's a database, and we pay to use the service, and that $10 fee covers your data. It covers your sales. It covers your barcode. So that, because what's a beautiful thing is when you're entering your items, or we enter them for you with the concierge, you get your own consignor ID, and that is attached to every tag we print for your account, or you print for your account in the system. And that barcoded tag is what we pay for the software, so that it tracks your items, so that every night during the sale, you can log in and it will show you what items have sold of yours and how much money you're making night by night by night. And that is probably one of the most favorite features our consignors tell us, that they can't wait. It's almost like, okay, is it 9 o'clock yet? So we can log in and see what our sales have been for the day, because you can literally see, okay, VIP night, holy cow, you sold 25 out of your 50 items. And then Friday night, our opening to the public day, you sold another 15 items. And then Saturday, you sold 5, and so on and so forth. So everybody loves to watch and see how much of their items are selling every night. So that is always a fun feature of our consignor software. So right now, if you are already registered, the system has not been open yet to open inventory. And there's a reason for that, because we are updating everything. Every new year, we review our shoppers' habits, and we review our sales floor and our sell-through rates, because we want you to be the most successful. And we want to tell you we are going to accept the things that sell the best, because we want you to be make that biggest check in the end. So why are we going to accept something that our shoppers aren't buying anymore? But we know our shoppers are buying more of, let's say, shoes. So we're going to change our limits for that. But we know our shoppers really aren't buying maternity clothes. They just sit there. Well, let's add a rack of regular kids' clothes and bring back a different size that we know, or expand to a different size that we see our shoppers are buying from consistently with a better sell-through rate. So that's why our inventory system is closed right now to consignors, because we are finalizing our accepted items lists so that we can get those to you. But what can you do in the meantime while we're waiting? Well, recently we updated our room by room accepted items list. And so we published this in our consignor group, and it goes room by room to tell you what can you sell with Bella Kids. So you literally can start the purge now, today, going room by room by room in your home and the garage for what is accepted for the upcoming spring sale. Now, this entire kit is going to be launched in the next week. And this is the Granddaddy Welcome Kit that we update every year, that goes step by step to give you all the instructions, especially if you want to do the DIY option. This is like your manual to get you through the system. And once you got it down, you guys, our software is very intuitive, and you can use any device. You can use an iPad, you can use your phone, you can use your laptop to be entering your items. It even has a voice command option, so that if you don't want to be punching things in, you can literally talk to your device once you're logged in, and you click enter items, and you can say, enter category, toys, enter description, Fisher Price, blah, 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 enter price, $10, and the system will enter it for you. So either way, you can do it voice command, or you can do it typing, whatever makes life easier for you as you do it. But you'll learn these tips and tricks as you get used to the system, and it's just going to become automatic. And then you literally click print, and the system generates 8 tags per page. So on one sheet of paper, there will be 8 tags that you cut out and you attach to the item. And voila, it's done. And our welcome kit is going to show you all the examples for where you attach it, how you hang your clothes, all of those nitty gritty details are going to be all in that welcome kit. But we also have other features and programs built into our consignors to help you along the way. And so some of those added features that are included in that $10 registration fee are like really super cool. So number one, you get exclusive access to our consignor Facebook group. We are about 900 moms and dads and grandmas strong, veteran sellers, new sellers, all there to help you along the way. We get an awesome chat group going where you can log on, ask questions, and people are responsive. They're sharing examples. They're sending links to say, hey, check out this YouTube video that Kristi posted that shows you how to prep your clothes or hang your clothes. So our VIP Consignor Club is a super great tool to ask your questions, get involved in our community of consignors, and you are going to love the interaction that goes on leading up to the sale, because we give each other encouragement and motivation to, and then you get excited because you see snapshots of pictures of what people are tagging and you're like, oh my gosh, I need that Lily Pulitzer dress, or oh my gosh, I need that wonderful wagon that's coming through, and you know what to expect as the sale gets closer. So that's a fun, free exclusive part of your $10 registration. But then you also get free one-on-one consignor coach support from our girl, Jamie. Jamie has been with me as a consignor since the beginning. What is it, 12 or 13 years now. Jamie's been with me as a consignor, and then about 4 years ago, she joined our team. And she is patient, she is step-by-step explanatory, she's helpful with pricing suggestions, she will walk you through any troubleshooting you have with the computer system or software should you have it. She'll troubleshoot any issues with your printing of tags. She is your go-to girl, and you are given her phone number directly in the welcome kit. And you have access to her. You can text her, you can call her, and she's available to you and helpful, so helpful. And so for those of you who are like on the fence and I don't know if I want to do this, I don't know if, I'm cut out for it, you have all of these supports here ready to go to encourage you to be successful. So between our consignor Facebook group and Miss Jamie, we got you covered. And then finally, the added free benefit, which goes above and beyond the $10 fee it costs for you to register, you get a free $20 VIP golden ticket to come shop with us before any other VIPers. So that means you get in ahead of our new moms, you get ahead of our charity presale tickets, consignors shop early. So, and we do this in a tiered entrance, which I'll talk about. So that $20 ticket actually is probably worth a little bit more when you consider the $20 tickets get in at 3 o'clock and you guys get in earlier than that. So it's a really awesome deal for that $10. So once you are ready and you're registered, what can you do now today? It is start your purge. Before we open up our inventory so you can start entering and tagging, you need to start going room by room, and I will post this once this live's over as a comment, so you'll be able to see it and view it to get started. But it breaks it down room by room: closets, bedroom, nursery, bathroom, garage, and outdoor, because this is our spring sale. Anything with wheels, anything having to do with water and fun in the sun, those are our top sellers. So your swimsuits, your water shoes, your rain boots and rain jackets, your water play toys, your slides, your wagons, your sandboxes that your kids are done with, your outdoor activity centers, your outdoor activity houses, all of those big items that you are done with, bring them to Bella Kids, your cozy coops, your trikes, your scooters that they've outgrown. Those are our top sellers. So you talk about where do you start? You start with those big items that are taking up too much space in your garage, in your basement, in your shed, and get those entered. Those are big ticket items that you're going to see your profit check grow quickly by entering those, because those are going to sell. And then you start with your pain points in your house. For some people, it's the closets that are overflowing or the dressers that are overflowing. For some people, it might be your playroom that Santa went bonanzas this past holiday season, and you need to declutter and purge some toys. Your kids aren't playing with it all, and toys are a top seller too. So Start wherever your pain point is, in addition to all these other areas of the house that we recommend to start the purge. And I recommend I buy these zippered storage bags. You can buy like a set of 6 of them, and I just got them on Amazon, and I can send a link. I can post a link to these, but these are the best. And I keep this is how, when I'm ready to start purging, I literally use one bag for each category. So I pull, maybe I need 2 bags for a certain category because I'm overloaded. Like some sales, my toy, my books, my puzzles, my games, I get too many. I'm ready to declutter. The spring one is usually I'm getting rid of some toys, kids. And so these are awesome and they're huge. And I pick a category and I fill it up and I hide it away, because then the kids don't mess with it. Because how many times do you start purging and then the kids see that you're moving these things around and all of a sudden they want to play with them again? And so these are my go-to. And then I do a girl's bag for my Bella, I do a boy's bag for my Johnny, and keep moving along the way with these zippered moving bags. So that is a huge, those are on Amazon, and I got them, I think, at 44% off last week. I'll post it again so that you guys can find those, because, and those are easy to carry for your drop-off appointment too. No more bins. Bins are so bulky and rigid. These ones, there's movability to it. So you can load them up nicely in your trunk or your minivan and then unload them and not feel like, you know, you're carrying this giant uncontrollable bin that you keep bumping into things. So I love those moving bags. And then you want to keep those items separated, because when you start entering them into your consignor account, it's so much easier when you have one category picked, toys or whatever it is, and girls' clothing, and you won't have to keep changing it because you're going back and forth between different categories that you've collected. You want to do one category at a time, because it's going to save you time from having to keep clicking in our system. And then lastly, I forgot to pull it out of my kitchen drawer, but gallon size bags, I buy like a value pack of those, and I keep those on hand, especially when I'm doing toys, books, shoes, anything that is sets that I want to keep the pieces together. If it's a Mamaroo and you have the manufacturer's guide and you have the power plug, you stick that inside the Ziploc bag and attach it to the item so everything is secure. If it's a toy set, you do the same thing. Put all the pieces inside of it and then Ziploc that shut, and then you're going to attach that to the back of the toy so that everything is consistent and the shopper can see that every piece is there, but it's secure. Excuse me, my sickness is catching up with me, I can tell, as I'm talking so much. So now let's talk about some of this sales updates. We made a few changes, and I recently attended a consignment sale owners conference across the country, and we talked about trends across the board that we are all seeing, and we're all making some improvements on. And a few new ideas I learned from other sale owners. And we are increasing our minimum price to $3 starting for our upcoming sale. With inflation, you guys, to have a $2 price point to start is, I think we've outgrown that $2 price point. So we are up to $3 for our minimum price point. And for that means we want to start seeing more bundling. Bundling our shoppers love. And it is one of our top sellers, top tips that they always give us. Their stuff sells better when it's bundled, especially if it's infant and toddler sizes. It could be also bigger sizes too if it's similar items. So if you have a little boy who loves Pokemon, size 7, put 2 t-shirt Pokemons together and sell it as one entry. Number one, that decreases your tagging time because you're only entering one item for 2 pieces of clothing. It also maximizes your entries because clothing, you have a maximum. Based on which consignor account you have, your maximum clothing entries will be 100 if it's DIY, less if you're using our concierge service. So you're maximizing those entries by putting 2 t-shirts on one tag that's only counting as one clothing item you're selling. So you're going to be able to sell more stuff by bundling. And our shoppers love it, especially if it is of great value. And so by us increasing that price point, we want to see more bundling from our consignors, because we don't want to see the price points be overpriced to start with. So if we're upping our minimum price point of $3, I want you to be really thinking about, what would I pay for this if I was shopping at Bella Kids? And if it's an item that the retail price is not much more than $3, you need to be bundling and adding something to it. So that also includes accessories. So we are going to be limiting what type of accessories we will allow for this upcoming spring sale. We are not accepting kids' purses. We are not accepting kids' suspenders or ties or used socks. We're not accepting any of those things. However, if it matches an outfit for your toddler girl, a summer dress, and you have a really cute kid's purse that's in the same pattern, you could attach it, safety pin it to the dress or the hanger, and sell it as a set that way. You just won't be able to sell that used purse as a separate item. It's not going to be accepted anymore, but you can add it and bundle it to that super cute outfit. I love, excuse me, when I see little infant baby outfits, and then newborn hat is attached, or the booties are attached, or a bib's attached that matches perfectly, and they're in great condition, and it puts everything together. That is going to make a shopper want to buy that when they see everything that's put together. And then you could price it a little bit higher and still sell those accessories that we wouldn't otherwise take. We do accept by themselves new socks, tights, and undergarments, but they have to be new in package. We also accept new or gently used summer hats and baseball caps for our upcoming spring sale. But any of those other suspenders, like I said, used tights, used socks, we will not accept unless you bundle them with an outfit attached and they're in excellent used condition. So I hope that helps explain that process. So now let's talk about another new feature that is coming up for our spring sale. We want to encourage everybody to say yes to discount and donate on their items, or at least the majority of their items. And there's a lot of reasons why we recommend this. So we get a lot of items, but we also get a lot of shoppers coming in to shop our huge selection and inventory. But you guys, sometimes one size is overrun for whatever reason. We get a ton of 3T and not everything sells, and so on Sunday, it's still sitting there. So if your item is still there on Sunday and it didn't sell to our 800 consigning families that came to shop, our new moms that came to shop, our charity pre-sale people that came to shop, our foster families that came to shop, and then we open up on Friday and we see another 1,000 shoppers come through our doors and it's still there. And then Saturday we restock, we get a whole new huge crowd in, and your item still hasn't sold and it's there on Sunday for 50% off. We want it to sell. We do not want you having to come and sort and find it and waste time. We want it to sell. We want it to make you money. Discounting, yes, means it will only sell for 50% off if it's still there on the very last day. So you have to think to yourself, okay, do I want it to sell, or do I want to come and track it down and try and find it and bring it home with a tag on it to try and resell it at another event? We want to encourage you to say discount, yes, it will sell. It will still make you a lot of money in the end, because we get shoppers that come just for Sunday. 50% off sale is a really big deal at Bella Kids. The line shows up an hour and a half before the doors even open at 9 a.m. You are missing that entire group of shoppers that are coming and waiting in line for the bargains. And so that adds up to hundreds and thousands of dollars over all of these consignor accounts. So by choosing discount no, you are missing out on that entire population of shoppers that are coming for those massive bargains. So we highly recommend you clicking discount yes for all of your items. I mean, unless it's like an exclusive item, like let's say it is like some crazy Air Jordan sneakers that you paid $175 for and your son wore them once. Like, I get that you don't want them to go at 50% off. Like, I get that. But for your general, regular stuff, discount it, yes, you guys. You will not regret it because you would rather have that extra $75, $100 in your profit check in the end than having to come and scrounge for looking for them at the end of the day. You will regret it because so much of your stuff is going to sell that on regular price day or regular price days that you will be like, I don't want to come back for 20 items when 80 of my items sold. And if you would have clicked discount yes, the majority of those final 20 items will sell too. So I hope you're understanding how I'm trying to walk you through that thought process. Don't think about the individual price tag item as much as the end goal, which is one big check that can help your family in, I don't know, my family, we use it, I set it aside, and it's my vacation fund. And so when I was first divorced, I couldn't keep up with the Joneses and go on these fabulous vacations. But you know what I could afford? A trip to Ocean City, Maryland. I can drive my kids, so I don't have to pay airplanes. We stay in an Airbnb for a week, and we have an awesome vacation at the beach on Bella Kids because it's affordable. And between my 3 sales, I can make enough money to take my kids on a vacation. So I want you guys to think that too. Big goal, big check in the end. And how do you do it? Discount, yes. There's another feature we are implementing for those of you who say donate yes as well. And I want to encourage everybody to consider this option as well because we are adding a new feature to Sunday's sale. And this is something I was encouraged to do by my other sale owners across the country who swear by this. So for all the items that are discount donate yes marked on the tag, there is going to be a new addition to the Bella Kids consignment sale on Sunday. We are adding an hour to our sale, and it is the 75% off sale. For the final hour of Sunday, anything that says discount, donate, yes, is going to be 75% off. So it gives another opportunity for these items to sell for our consignors because you're going to donate it anyways, right? Why not make something off of it? And this is going to bring in a whole nother crowd of shoppers into our store at the end of Sunday. So that means it increases all of our sell-through rate. It is going to be gangbuster blowout deals, and it is going to help you grow that check into one big check in the end. So I hope that you will consider clicking discount yes and donate yes onto your consignor every individual item as you enter them. And the beautiful thing is the system remembers what you mark. So on your first entry, if you click discount box yes, donate box yes, it will remember that for the next item and the next item and the next item. Now I understand if you're bringing me your snoo or your Mamaroo or your whatever and you don't want to discount and or donate those, I get that. But for the majority of our items, you guys, yes, 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 because it is going to sell. You are just increasing the likelihood that it sells, and you are increasing that profit check in the end. Because at the end of the day, that is why you're doing this, to make money. And so you don't want to think just about that one individual item for the majority of the stuff. You want to think about, oh my gosh, if I sell all of these items, most of them regular price, some of them discounts 50, some of them discount 75%, that adds up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And while I'm talking about that, I want to talk to you about numbers. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to consign with Bella Kids? That is the question I hear most often. Well, you guys, I am literally going to read to you. I put out a consignor review to our consignors after the end of the sale, to our consignors that had our top sell-through, to our consignors that had made the most money. And I wanted to get their feedback and their top seller tips and tricks, and so I can share them with everybody. and they were awesome. Katie D made $704 at our last sale. And she said, I consign with Bella Kids because I get the best return on investment of my items. The system's easy to use, and I like that I'm able to reach a wide variety of shoppers and buyers all in one weekend. And that is like the perfect way to explain why you should consign with Bella Kids, because you are not dealing with one sale, one transaction at a time. You're not dropping it off at a consignment shop that gets maybe 50 shoppers in the door that day. We are bringing you thousands of shoppers in one weekend to sell your stuff. We do a ton of publicity to put it out there in the world, social media, press releases, the news comes every sale. We do partnerships with EduKids and other organizations, Girl Scouts of Western New York. We do partnerships all over that are kid and family related to get the word out on why you need to shop Bella Kids. So we put that groundwork in to bring all these shoppers to buy your stuff in one weekend, and that adds up to one big check in the end. Diane is also a returning consignor. She made $403. She gives us a 5-star review and says, the Bella Kids sale is very organized. The owner does a fabulous job of marketing and getting the word out each sale. Thank you, Diane. There are so many resources if you have questions, YouTube videos, Facebook groups, and tons of tips to help you make the most money. So she utilizes all of these free perks that are included in your registration to get the most helpful information. And then finally, Caitlin, she made $427 at our last sale, and she says, I love consigning with Bella Kids. The hard deadlines make me get it done. And the reputation and advertising they do get so many shoppers in the door. Plus, it's genuine, lovely people I love to see sale after sale. And that is a part of the community that I call Bella Kids. We are all moms helping moms, dads helping dads, grandmas helping grandmas, aunties helping aunties. And it is this community, and it's true. Like, we look forward to seeing each other sale after sale and catching up with each other and just seeing how big the kids have grown from sale to sale and learning what's new. And we've become like a community. And it's a beautiful thing. And I really look forward to meeting all of you that I haven't already. So I hope I've convinced you that it's worth it. But if I haven't yet, let me just tell you, our average consignor check is $425. I don't think that's too bad for a one weekend sale that you don't even have to be at. You just drop your stuff off. Our top sellers are over $1,000. Our last sale, we had dozens of consignors get a check for over $1,000. What could your family do with over $1,000? I know my family is going to be going on vacation this summer because my Bella is graduating high school, and we are doing a fabulous vacation this summer to celebrate her graduation. 100 sellers sold 75% or more of their items at our last sale, and 175 sellers made between $500 and $1,000. So not only did we have dozens of sellers who were over 1,000, we had 175 sellers between the 500 to 1,000 mark. You guys, it's a no-brainer. Get registered. I literally have only 25% of my consignor slots left. 716kids.com is how you do it. So I hope this was super helpful for you in encouraging you and getting you motivated to get started consigning with Bella Kids. You start by purging your house, you guys. I'm going to post this on the comments so you can start looking at what we accept room by room in your house. You're going to grab these moving bags that I get at Amazon. I'll put the link on, and you're going to sort your stuff by category until our inventory database opens, which is going to be by the end of the month. And you guys, my top sellers want me to share with you 3 top tips on what makes them a top seller at Bella Kids. Number 1, don't feel like you have to do it all, because then you'll get discouraged and overwhelmed and you might not make the finish line. So you don't have to do it all in one sale. Yes, can you? Absolutely. You're on your first try. If you want to enter in all 250 items, you can. But our top sellers say, Do enough to make it worth your while. And maybe that means for you and your family, it's those 25 big baby gear items that your family has outgrown. Your kids are toddlers now. You don't need those strollers. You don't need the Mamaroo. You don't need the pack and play anymore. All of those big ticket items, they're big, they're bulky, but they make you money. And so for that, maybe you only want to start with 25 items, get the big stuff out and be done. And then you've learned the process and you don't get that sense of overwhelm where then you avoid the whole thing to begin with. The minimum amount of items you need to sell with us is only 25 items, you guys. But I promise you, if you're starting this early, it's only January, you get 25 items in and you see how easy it is once the system opens, you're going to get to 100, I promise you. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is to purge your top sellers for that sale and your pain points at home. So this is our spring sale. And so like I said earlier in the video, that means anything outdoors, anything spring and summer clothing, your short sets, your rain boots, your rain jackets. Those are our top sellers for the spring sale and what you want to focus on. Your anything with wheels, your cozy coupes, your trikes, your scooters, your wagons, your sandboxes, your slides. Those are huge for this upcoming sale. So focus on getting those entered and purged first in your house, and then get to the other stuff if you have time. Tip number three, don't overprice it and don't overthink individual items. Don't waste your time like thinking, oh my God, I paid $40 for this. I don't know, what should I price it at? We use a pricing strategy of 25% of market value. So if it's a $100 item, you price it at $25. Now, that is a generic price point, right? The generic pricing strategy. If you know it's a top seller, like I just said, our cozy coupes are a top seller, you don't have to go that 25%. You can go higher than that. If it's below, if it's just an average everyday slide, you can go 25%. If it's an average everyday summer outfit, go 25%. If it's a Lily Pulitzer dress, you can go higher. If it's a bamboo brand like Little Sleepies, you can go higher. If it's a Mamaroo seat, you can go higher. But if it's just a simple Graco car seat, 25% of the market price of what you paid for it. So if it's $150, let's say stroller, 25% of what you paid for it. Now, if it's like in excellent condition, you can go higher. If it's like you used it for one vacation and that's it, you can go higher. But generally speaking, 25% of market value. And then finally, our last tip for you is presentation matters. Our shoppers are looking for things that look like new. And so you want to freshly launder all of your clothing. If you have those bins of clothes in your basement, they probably got a musty smell to them. You want to throw them all in, add that beautiful, extra fabric softener smelling stuff and make them smell fresh and pretty. And our shoppers will notice if your buttons are buttoned up and it's wrinkle free and it's hanging nicely on the hanger, our shoppers are going to buy those items that look nice first, excuse me. So those are the ones that they're going to gravitate to first, which means it sells for full price. It's not left over on discount day. So taking that extra time to present it, to make it look good, is going to benefit you in the end because it's going to sell for full price over the 50% off sale. So presentation always counts. You make it look irresistible to the thousands of shoppers that come into our sale. That pricing strategy works and it's a top seller tip. Don't get hung up on individual priced items and make it look good. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I covered so much information. I'm going to go through the comments and answer anything. Feel free to comment again on anything that I haven't covered that you want to. Our welcome kit is going to be landing in the next week to your email, so watch for it. And when I send that out to you with all of the accepted items and all of the helpful tips, This bad boy, this manual is going to include everything you need. And in that email that I send out, it will tell you when the inventory database is ready to open. So that will be a scheduled date, scheduled launch. So get ready. How do you get ready? By starting to purge. Start going room by room and looking at what we will be accepting at our upcoming spring sale. I am so excited. Guys, the resale revolution has begun. Between inflation across the country, all of the sale owners at my conference talked about how 2023 was mind-blowing, gangbuster year for resale, and it's only growing. Everybody's looking for more eco-friendly options, right? We all want to do good things for the earth. We want to teach our littles about the value of recycling and not being wasteful. We want to reduce our carbon footprint. Families are all working towards this across the country, across the world, and that is only growing our community and our shoppers. So know that it's going to be a great year. We can't wait. I can't wait to be able to announce our upcoming location once our lease is secured. But I'm working diligently. Anybody have a connection with Benderson? You can comment below on who I need to get in touch with, because I'm still trying to work them over for getting them to lease us a temporary space. Benderson, if you're out there, Bella Kids wants to talk. We want to join forces and bring Bella Kids into your development. So anybody with a connection to Benderson, please be in touch with me. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay warm, and hopefully we don't get too much snow. I don't know about you guys, but my kids are off of school already. We already got a notification. So they are in like party mode, no school tomorrow, excitement. So I'm going to be purging, and they're going to be helping me tomorrow. So take care. Everybody have a good night, and go Bills this weekend. Beat the Chiefs. And hey, if you're going to the game, say hi to Taylor Swift for me, Swifties. Good night, everybody.